Hey, Cancer. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your January 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Cancer. So it looks like part of the past energy for you was all about making some decisions when it comes to your health, your career, your relationships. But I am getting here that there's some sort of fated event that is or has taken place for you. So in the past position here, in summary, you have the Two of Swords. This can be feeling like you're at a crossroads, right? Which direction do I go, left or right? And I feel for a lot of you, in order to make that decision, you had to get honest with yourself. This is about not ignoring some sort of choice that was necessary for your evolution, for your soul's growth, for your financial well-being, for your emotional well-being, whatever it may have been for you, because this is also the card of mental energy. But I feel like it wasn't a logical choice that you needed to make. It may have been that you were up in your head about this situation, but I feel like it has a lot more emotion connected to it here. So the lesson, part of the choice making, and look at that, you actually see the two birds on top of the hat, right, which represents the home, and you actually see the moon in the background. So there is a lot of uncertainty, possibly around stability, possibly around a love situation or connecting with others, because you see here that she can't quite see, right? The grass there, the leaves are over her eyes, and she's not sure which decision is going to bring about greater stability to her life. And part of the lesson around this Two of Swords is about divine timing, as well as a destined or fated experience that was meant to take place here for you. So I feel like there is an opportunity that came in the past. Maybe it was a new relationship, a job offer. Some of you, perhaps it was something a little more challenging. Maybe you've gone through a tower moment, or there was some sort of an ending or a loss, which I don't see that here for you, but you do have the Fool. So there could have been some sort of shift or transformation that had taken place here for you. But with this Wheel of Fortune, this is about not repeating a cycle, not staying in this energy of indecisiveness. And I'm also getting here, what do they say the definition of insanity is, right? Doing the same thing, expecting different results. And that's part of the lesson, is to choose a new path with the Two of Swords, because you are really weighing it up. Should I stay? Right? But I've been staying. I've been in this relationship. I've been in this situation. I've been in this, this energy where I know I need to make a new decision. But what if the grass isn't greener, right? But the grass is greenest where you water it. And I just feel like the grass was dead wherever you were standing, right? And so I feel like the big lesson was not repeating the same cycle, doing something new. That's why you have the Wheel of Fortune showing up as the lessons learned in the past. To make a choice and not go back on it, not second guess it, because some of you may have done that. You may have decided you didn't want to be in this relationship. You knew, you trusted it wasn't for your highest good, or there needed to be some healing, or maybe it was a job or some unhealthy patterns, Cancer, that you have dealt with, but then you went back on it. Right? Maybe you gave up smoking and then you started to smoke. Maybe you knew that this relationship wasn't good for you and then you reached out, or whatever it may be for you. The lesson is to learn what doesn't work and to embrace some sort of new beginning. Now, aspirations for you at this time, you have the Star. This is a beautiful energy to have in the aspirations position, because this is your intentions. This is your goals, right? Your dreams, your aspirations. And when you have the Star, this is all about healing and recovering from possibly a tower, right? Because the tower comes before the Star. And this is saying, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever those aspirations are, Try again, even if it's taken you 100 times or more. Maybe you've been going back and forth on this situation, Cancer, for quite some time. Don't give up on that end goal, because sometimes it takes someone, 21 days, or it can take 21 different times or 2100 different times of going through something until we finally get it. So cut yourself some slack, but also know that the stars are aligning. Destiny and fate has a hand here. And this is interesting because Taurus also received a little bit of that same message. So some of you may be on that, or excuse me, Gemini received that same message. So some of you may be on that Gemini cusp, Cancer, or you may be dealing with a Gemini. But I'm getting that Spirit is the motivating factor here, or it is that healing energy, the dreamy, starry, positivity. This is renewed sense of faith, renewed sense of hope, and something that maybe you thought was lost, or a new opportunity here. I feel like you have some hope and momentum that, yes, this could work out this time, or yes, I finally could achieve that level of abundance or success, or whatever it is that you're wanting, Cancer. I feel like the star being, in your inspirational sector is a really great thing. I mean, this is beautiful. The stars are aligning for you. All right. What empowers you to reach this inspiration? What empowers you to reach whatever this star is, whatever your dreams are? You have the 10 of Cups. It could be doing something for your family. It could be breaking some sort of generational cycle, right? It could be dealing with a karmic experience or a karmic relationship to free yourself to head towards maybe a twin flame, or head towards a soulmate energy full of love, full of truth and honesty. Right? So the 10 of Cups is what inspires you. And for a lot of you, it's your family that inspires you. It's your compassion for those around you, friends, family. It doesn't just have to be blood, right? But the 10 of Cups is the motivating factor here. It's compassion, it's peace, it's good fortune, it's emotional wealth. It is, realistic goals, setting those up for yourself and being able to achieve them. But I'm getting healing childhood trauma. And you have 2 major arcanas right away here. So some of you, maybe you've struggled at times with your own childhood woundings, or your own maybe parental energies if you are a parent, or it could be you and one of your parents. And I feel like that's part of this healing dynamic here. Maybe even healing friend groups, healing from situations that you've had to learn a lot of lessons, right? You've had to learn a lot. What may challenge you to reach some of these dreams that you have is keeping your heart open. In Cancer, you are a water sign. You are a water element, but sometimes your emotions can go into overdrive, right? Sometimes we can really take things personally. We can feel even at times that we give too much and we lack filling our own cup. This is about not being overly emotional, not taking things too personally, but you have the Knight here, which is action, but it did show up in the reverse. So when the Knight of Cups shows up in reverse as the challenge, maybe some of you aren't open to love because of an experience that's hurt you. Right? Maybe that's why you are contemplating or teeter-tottering on the, back and forth. This can also be when it comes to career. Maybe you feel like your heart and soul isn't in a situation and you don't love what you do, and you really want to. You want to feel alive. You want to feel blissful and emotionally satisfied is what I'm hearing here. And you want to be able to create something that means a lot to you. I mean, look at this heart-shaped instrument that she's strumming, right? She has this lotus that she's sitting in, right? The lotus takes time to open. And so if you've gone through a situation, Cancer, that's hurt your heart, you're taking your time to open here. And I feel like you will, because you're sitting right in the middle of it. You're holding your heart, but you're strumming the tunes, the melodies. And it's almost, they're giving me, and this is so interesting because some of you could even listen to some sort of symphony music, or this could be like Beethoven. I'm getting Starry Night as well for some of you, but it's almost like a haunting melody, or something may have haunted you from the past. But that at times does show up as a challenge, because sometimes the Knight of Cups can be manipulative, obsessive, right? Maybe you've dealt with one of these types of people, maybe a player, someone that has cheated, betrayed you, or hurt you, been very in and out, toyed with or played with your heart. And that can be a block at times. And also, I'm getting some of you, part of the block is maintaining that balance, but continuing to put effort into it, because Knights are action takers, right? It's not just something that it's going to show up. However, you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. This is also, for some of you, star-crossed lovers, almost like, I don't want to say Romeo and Juliet type of energy, but there could have been a situation where you were in love with someone that you couldn't have. Okay, or you couldn't be with someone because maybe they were in a relationship or something of that nature. Maybe it was past life energy that the two of you felt into this lifetime, but for whatever reason, you couldn't be together here. Please take that as it resonates. All right, moving into relationships and emotions currently. You're just trying to find a little bit of balance here in this earthly realm, right? You can see that she has her foot there at the top of this building. So she's staying grounded in the best way she knows possible, but the other leg is kind of floating into the ether. So as above, so below type of energy, trying to find a little bit of balance even when things are chaotic. And look, she also has that infinity symbol, which is also that 8, and we are in an 8 year globally. 2024 breaks down to an 8. So you have strength on your side when it comes to relationships and emotions. You can bring balance to your emotions and find more groundedness this year and in this month. But January is the catalyst month. Really, it sets us up for the entirety of 2024. So I feel for you at this time, trying to find balance within some of these emotions or inconsistencies is going to be important, because you have the Two of Swords in the past. Now you're moving it into more of the physical. Two of Swords is mental, and then we move into the physical. And Pentacles are the slowest moving energy. So this could be something that, you've been working quite some time at. And now you're going to be able to find more balance because you've matured in a way. You have matured. Let's take a look at career, work, and finances. I do have to let you know with the 2, some of you could be balancing up 2 options, 2 people as well with the 2 of Swords. Doesn't have to be love interest, but it could be struggling with your mom, struggling with your sister, right? 2 people where you're trying to not necessarily choose sides. You're trying to find that balance, right, in between, 2 different dynamics. All right, finances, career, work, you have the Fool. There is a leap of faith required here, Cancer, when it comes to your career, your money. There also is a little bit of, maybe you feel at any moment something is going to kind of give way, because you can see there could be risk that you are a little bit fearful, too fearful to take, because you don't want something to come back and bite you. You see here that she's standing on the alligator's tail. She may not see it, right? Because it's below the surface here. But she has a little birdie on one side and she has the flower. So there could be something that's tempting you. And I feel with the little birdie there, it's almost like, I heard from a little birdie that it's blank, 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 right? So I feel like there's some sort of message, something in the air, or some sort of divine support that is helping you move through, take this leap of faith, even if it does require caution, right? I feel like you're going to get through and there could be a really beautiful surprise or blessing. It's almost like I see that alligator. Yes, he's looking up, right? But there's also an energy of stillness, of calm. If you find this balance that you're seeking with the 2 of Pentacles here, Cancer, I feel like this risk that you take is going to pay off when it comes to your career. Maybe it's that new business you want to open up. Maybe it's that job that you didn't quite know if you had what it takes, because the Fool energy can be a little bit of naivety, or you're not quite sure, do I have what it takes to do this, right? I'm also getting you can learn as you go. Learn as you go. Go with the flow. Learn as you go. Go with the flow is what they're saying here as well. But there's room for growth because you can see the flowers blooming all around her. So when it comes to career, there's a fresh start here on the horizon. You may have to trust, embrace the unknown, and take some sort of risk or chance. Okay? And sometimes we can be too cautious to make any changes in career. Maybe you're staying in that job because of benefits or because it feels stable. And you really want to retire or you want to open a business or do something. I just feel like you may be holding yourself back at times, and it's important to take a leap of faith in your finances. Try something new, try something different. You may be surprised at how much something does grow. Maybe you want to take that class or you want to enhance your skills in some way, shape, or form. That would be very beneficial for you, Cancer. Let's take a look at health and well-being. You have the 5 of Wands. It is in reverse. So some of you could be letting other people tend to push your buttons, or it could be that other people aren't necessarily being the best team player. They could be criticizing you. Maybe there's a lot of competition. This can also be a need to collaborate and work together. So when it comes to your health, you may feel like you are not able to make the moves that you necessarily want to make. You feel at times that other people are making them for you. Okay. And I feel like it's important to get yourself back on track for you to feel confident, for you to know that yes, some of you, there's a lack of leadership, even within oneself. Maybe you have opinions that are one day you have this opinion, the next day, maybe it feels very competitive and it's stressing you out because maybe some of you, this is self-criticism. Maybe you keep going back and forth with the moves that you're wanting to make yourself. But you see that there's other players involved here. So I feel like this is more than just you. This is about you not letting other people push and pull you around, kind of like your Gumby, right? Being pushed and stretched and, being made thin, right? Where you just don't have enough energy to take care of you. That's what you need to focus on right now is your health and well-being, not letting other people trigger you, not letting other people criticize you, put you down, put you in a corner, right? Nobody puts Cancer in the corner is kind of the energy. It's time for you to get up and play your own song, dance to your own music, just like in Dirty Dancing, right? Nobody puts Cancer in the corner. It's time for you to get up and not save the song for the end. It's time for you to do something now. All right, Cancer, when it comes to spiritual energy and inner fulfillment, you got some stuff going on. This is a shattering of a belief system. This is big, big energy. When you have the Tower showing up, there could be some resistance. There could be some changes happening here for you. So when it comes to inner fulfillment, something is crumbling down around you that you may still be hanging on to, but Spirit is saying, my beautiful Cancers, let go. Let go of something. It wasn't built on a strong, solid foundation or some sort of belief that you had was based in societal standards, family, traditions, or because of conditions that you've gone through in the past, experiences that you've gone through, right? That can shape us, that can define us, but there's something that is being shattered to make way for something better. And I feel like you've struggled at times, Cancer, with that spiritual side of yourself. You've struggled finding that balance between the earthly realm and the spiritual within this 2 of Pentacles. But that's part of what you're focusing on at this time. It is part of, relationships and emotions. Maybe there is something big crumbling around you, crumbling down, but you're being asked to not hang on and to trust that the universe has better plans for you, that something is crumbling down for your benefit. And it may feel quite quick. Some of you, this is a grand spiritual awakening. This is a change. This is shattering of an old belief system in order to free you up, to find that balance here, to have that 10 of Cups, right? The motivating energy, to have that wish fulfillment, whatever it may be for you. But maybe, just maybe, something that you thought was your wish fulfillment, you're realizing that it's not. And you're realizing that you could have something better. But maybe that wish fulfillment originally was based on something set in the past. Maybe it was that person that you thought was your happily ever after, and they cheated on you, or they betrayed you in some way, and it's a shattering of that belief system. Maybe that's not my person because they wouldn't treat me that way. Right? Maybe it was a karmic relationship where I had to learn self-love in order for me to prepare myself for the type of love that I truly seek. That could be career, that can be health, that can be family. Please take it as it resonates to your story. But when it does come to your spiritual energy, this is big. This is really big, Cancer. But I'm excited because it's going to put you on this trajectory, this whole new path of the wheel spinning here in your favor. All right, let's take a look at what you most need to focus on. Standing still, Hanged Man energy. Now, the Hanged Man gets such a connotation, or I don't want to say a bad rap, but nobody likes to see the Hanged Man because it can portray patience. It can portray control, sacrifice. It's all about new perspectives. But the thing with the Hanged Man, it's actually quite a powerful energy because it's about the universe putting some sort of pause or standstill in your life for you. It's about spiritual enlightenment. Typically, when you see the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, the crown chakra, there's a big yellow or bright energy circling that crown, which represents spiritual awakening. So even though at times you feel stuck, maybe there was a lesson around control. Maybe there was a lesson around letting the universe have some breathing room to work its magic here. So what you most need to focus on is just staying calm, staying present, okay, allowing this energy to take shape, allowing this spiritual awakening to kind of take place for you, because you can see that there is, an unzipping, an unveiling of sorts. And I feel even if you at times are being guided to just stand still, it's for your highest good. Okay, so just focus on just being, releasing the need to control how something looks, and take the advice of the Tower. Don't hang on. Just let it crumble, and allow yourself to be aware of the surroundings, but don't react. Try not to react at this time. Now, your most important lesson is the Emperor. Perhaps it's the lesson around authority, around a father, around a divine masculine in your life. This Emperor energy, it's also Aries, and we have Aries in the North Node. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, but we also have Libra in the South Node, so it could be karmic lessons around authority. It could be around structures that are career-based. Maybe this is a boss, a governing agency. This can also be lessons around dominance, because when this Emperor shows up here, and this is a very important lesson, it can be around narcissism, manipulation, control, power, whether it's within yourself or someone else, or the energy between you and an opposing force. It's powerful. It is powerful. But the lesson is for you to question, but also not respond. Do some soul searching. That's okay to do with the Hanged Man, but don't make any huge rash movements to kind of change things. Allow the things to kind of come in with this Hanged Man, because that's what you should focus on at this time. What's the outcome? What's the overall energy? The Chariot. You're going to be just fine. This is beautiful. This is you, Cancer. This is triumphant success. So if you stay still, if you pause, if you give the universe some breathing room to work its magic, because we see the Wheel of Fortune, we see the Star, we see the Fool, we see the Tower, we see the Hanged Man, the Emperor, the Chariot. This is big energy. This is a whole hell of a lot of major arcanas. So this is some big transitions and big changes, Cancer, that are occurring in your life, that you're going to come out on top. Right? This is forward movement. And you see here that it's a snail that has that wheel, and there's the wheel showing up. Remember, this goes back to some lessons that you've learned in the past, not to repeat a cycle. You're moving on. And I feel you're moving on with a fated, destined intervention that took place, maybe in the form of the Tower, but it's to put you on the right path, the right direction. And to some of you, to move you out of a situation that was unstable or unfair or unethical or very controlling. So this is about you feeling empowered to move forward in your energy. This is ambition. Some of you, this could be travel. It could be a move. It could be a home. It could be getting in your vehicle and just driving, right? And some of you have been doing that, I'm hearing, is you've been either, some of you even lived out of a home on wheels, okay? Maybe even a houseboat. I also get some of you, there is something here with a new vehicle even, or upgrading or taking care of a vehicle. Some of you have struggled with, maybe the tower was a breakdown. Maybe you had a tire that went flat, right? Or maybe there was a big engine repair, something in a vehicle. But I feel like there is a new opportunity here to move forward finally after something has been stagnant or stuck. But just allow right now just to let go and not stress, not react, not respond. And you'll see soon enough here, Cancer, that the universe has your back, that the universe always had your back. But sometimes we have to go through some lessons for our evolution. But you're trusting in yourself. You're trusting in the divine, your God source energy. And I feel like you're coming out in a better position. You're coming out stronger because of what you've went through. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. If you haven't already checked out your 2024 yearly reading, I will link it in the video here. You'll see it show up on the playlist. You may want to check that out. Again, feel free to subscribe, share, comment. It certainly helps in all ways. Thank you so very much, Cancer. Lots of love.